Welcome back to the One Shot Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Vincent.
And I'm Jonny. Welcome back to another episode. We have a really good movie here and a very great guest.
We have a great movie, and it's something we have never done on the podcast before.
Yeah, this is our first animated film, and...
Yeah, but before we get into it, I actually have... I want to start this off with a question for both of you.
Okay.
I wanted to do this last episode, but didn't have a chance to. Completely forgot all about it.
Yeah.
So... I want to start doing interesting questions for our guests, and even John, because I haven't told John any of these questions.
Okay.
So, first question I have for this episode is, if you could die for 5 minutes, but guarantee you will come back to life with no, repercussions, no, brain damage, nothing like that, would you do it?
If I could die?
If you could die for 5 minutes.
But what am I getting out of it, though?
See if there's actually anything on the other side.
I guess so. I mean... Would it be a brutal death? Do I have a choice of how I die?
No, you just die for 5 minutes.
It just stops.
You're thinking too much into this. It's just you.
I don't see the positive benefits of dying for 5 minutes.
I feel low key that you'd be fucking petrified.
You're telling me you wouldn't just want to die for 5 minutes to see if there's actually anything on the other side.
At first
to see if you can find any loved ones that you lost. See anything like that.
Might as well keep it a surprise.
I mean, low-key, I would like to do that at first thought, but when I think about it, some people would come back and be, a totally different person.
I guess you could say that, but what I'm saying is, if you could just die for 5 minutes, no repercussions to you.
No.
I don't know if I would.
And see what's on the other side.
At first thought, yes, but now I'm thinking kind of no, because I feel like I'd be totally, changed mentally because of the experience. But would I remember it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
No.
I would.
No.
I would.
Okay.
I would definitely do it.
I don't know. I don't think I would do that.
I feel like that would be a very, eye-opening experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Hypothetically, if there is something...
Right.
You would want to know, but at the same time,
I'd rather...
if there's nothing, then it's basically, you blinked.
Yeah.
But, it's why not? Why wouldn't you? It's why not just take the chance and see what's on the other side?
Yeah. I see where you're coming
from. No repercussions at all.
I get what you mean,
I would do it.
But I don't know if I would either. I just feel like I'd be totally changed.
Cowards.
Yeah.
So anyway,
make us cowards.
Anyway,
I'm kidding.
We're joined here by Gabe. I don't know,
Yes.
we didn't introduce him yet, but
Gabe, introduce yourself a little bit.
My name's Gabe. I've known these two goons for quite some time, and they finally let me be on the podcast.
Well, we only started it last year, so I mean...
Yeah, that's a long time. I should have been on the first episode.
Oh, yeah?
Endgame, that would have been a good one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys did Endgame?
Yeah.
That was the first episode.
You would know if you listened to it.
I do. I watched the Jack and Jill one.
That's the best episode.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
The best
Of course,
one.
you watched that one out of all the other ones.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Naturally.
Oh, my God, this guy. All right. So... This movie we're doing is a fantastic animated movie. Came out in 2018. Beautifully done movie. This is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, it is. And this was released December 14th of 2018.
3 days and 3 years before No Way Home.
That's pretty cool.
That
and
is
6 days before my 18th birthday.
I mean, I knew it. I knew you were going to say your birthday again.
It's December. If it's close, then I gotta mention it. So.
And this is rated PG. Kids movie.
Sort of. Has some themes in it. But
yeah.
Yes.
Nothing the kids would understand.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little down the line.
Yeah. And the runtime is 1 hour and 57 minutes. I kind of wish it was longer, just because I enjoyed it so much. But at the same time, I was very happy with what we got.
Oh, yeah, it was great. The backstory behind everybody, how they did that, and even telling this, Miles Morales' story is very good.
Yeah.
Too, and I think the time was perfectly, not perfectly, but it was perfect to fit everybody's story in.
Gotcha.
And the genre for this movie is a family action.
Yes, and so do you want to read the plot, or Gabe, do you want to read it?
I could do that.
Okay.
Can you? Can you read?
Hopefully. I think I passed
If
English back in
you
my
want to
day.
hear.
All right.
Make it big for you.
Good old Miles Morales. Just like all the other Spider-Men.
Just read the plot.
He was bitten by a radioactive spider in the subway. Brooklyn teenager suddenly develops mysterious powers that transform him into one of the only Spider-Men. When he meets Peter Parker, he soon realizes that... Don't make me laugh. You're gonna make me start again?
Yeah.
All right. The plot: he's bitten by a radioactive spider in the subway. Brooklyn teenager Miles Morales suddenly develops mysterious powers that transform him into one of the only Spider-Men. When he meets Peter Parker, he soon realizes that there are many other who share his special high-flying talents. Miles must now use his newfound skills to battle the evil Kingpin, a madman who can open portals to other universes and pull different versions of Spider-Man into their world.
It's very true.
Very good.
So, the plot of this movie, Gabe, what did you think? Since you just read that, I mean, I might as well come to you first with your opinion.
Yeah, it was a really good plot line. It was well executed. Like they got
very well executed.
They got the
so
point
too.
across. I could speak. Kingpin using the whole collider part was well animated, well thought out.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see Kingpin do a collider instead of somebody else. Even though Doc Ock made it, like seeing Kingpin use it.
It was for him,
right?
Pretty much.
Which is weird, not weird, but like it's different because usually you see Kingpin with this massive kind of gangster mob sort of feel to it. Yeah. Not really
I was expecting.
Not really interdimensional and multiversal travel.
Yeah, that's more of Doc Ock and almost I would say Osborn as well.
Yeah.
It's just not really his kind of thing.
Right.
He's just like a mobster. So
pretty much, and huge mobster.
Yeah.
Like
But that's what's different about the Miles Morales universe. Like there's all these subtle differences that make it so that you could tell the difference between the enemies. So
right.
Kingpin is using colliders to go through different dimensions. Doc Ock is a woman.
That's true.
So that's a big difference.
Huge difference.
Green Goblin is
literally
a goblin.
Yeah. Well, they took
massive.
that from the comics.
Yeah.
His appearance comes from the comics. He injects himself with like a goblin serum that turns him into that hulking Green Goblin. So, also, Scorpion has like mechanical legs. If you saw that in the fight at Aunt May's house,
that kind of reminds me of.
I think I know where you're going with this. Yeah,
from Rebels.
Yep.
When he gets his metal legs,
his spider legs.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool.
That was in the Clone Wars.
Was he in?
Never watched either of them, but I know what you're talking about.
You never watched the Clone Wars?
Never watched Rebels or Clone Wars.
Wow. Did you?
I was always
Clone Wars,
okay.
I just I like the movies and the TV shows, not like the animated TV shows.
Okay, no, I watched it all and I thought they were fantastic.
But also, I didn't start getting into Star Wars until after all that stuff was like pretty much done or like on their last leg.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's like the same thing. Like I was watching I watched all the movies up until like 6 or 7, and then like 8 came out. And then I watched like The Mandalorian.
Right.
Gotcha.
Back on topic.
That's okay. We get off topic here and there.
Yeah, we do. It's all right though.
John,
so let's
plot.
Jump.
No, you got to go back to the plot. You didn't give your opinion on the plot either.
So for the plot, I really enjoyed it. Now that I went and rewatched it this morning, and 20 minutes ago, I started it this morning,
professional.
and then I got through more of it this afternoon. But in terms of the plot, I really enjoyed it. I know the first time watching it, I was kind of like, okay, like, where is this movie going?
Right.
And then we see, okay, Miles, he gets bitten by the spider. Obviously, we know that was going to happen at one point.
Yeah.
But then he meets Peter Parker, and I'm like, oh, like, this is cool. He's going to be taught how to be Spider-Man. And then
Peter
dies.
Huge bomb gets, like,
Peter
dropped.
Dies.
Fucking Kingpin.
Yeah.
Hulk smashes Peter Parker.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
He fleeced him.
Really did.
And then we end up seeing Peter B. Parker, the fat Peter.
Yeah.
Played by a very good guy, and
Great
I love him.
guy.
But we'll get to him in a few minutes. However, the plot, I really love what they did. It was so unique.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Was this a comic that something like this happened where they all kind of just come together?
I don't know. I'm actually not too sure about that. I think it might have just came out of the heads of, the writers.
Genius.
Damn. If they did, that was really cool. But I feel like this plot was rock solid. I really, really loved it, and I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Oh no, not at all. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. They portrayed this very, very well, and with all these different Spider-Man coming in as well, we got a bunch of them that we're actually about to get into.
Yeah.
And like I say, with every great plot comes a great cast. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna jump into the cast of this movie.
We have a lot of people here.
Yeah.
So pretty much, we're not gonna name all the movies that they've been in, just because we'll be here all day.
Yeah, we're gonna try to name a few, and then also if they're in any upcoming projects coming out.
Exactly. So to start it off, who do we have?
We have Shameik Moore as Miles Morales, also Spider-Man, of course, as we know. But real quick, I don't know if you guys saw, but instead of how he normally gets bitten by like the Oscorp spider, Miles gets bitten by the Alchemax spider. It says Alchemax on the spider.
Yeah, it's
and
like
that's probably
spiders.
right.
It's like bugging all over the place. And that's how, I guess, how he's able to not get affected by the glitching. I was gonna say that's probably why he has different powers. That's why he can go invisible. That's why he can shock them.
Normally, like I know from the video game, the PS4 video game, he falls into like a big like pit or something like that. He gets like ran into by Rhino.
Right.
And he goes through this like big tank that explodes, and if I'm correct, and that's kind of how he gets his powers there. But this is a lot different here.
Oh, really?
So it's a cool difference that they have here.
Yeah.
So they're kind of making this their own, and it's really unique. So that's another reason why I really enjoyed it.
And I like how they kept like the spider backstory. He gets bitten by a radioactive spider, but instead of Oscorp, it's an Alchemax, because Alchemax is like kind of the Oscorp of his universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that Norman Osborn isn't in this, but it's just you don't see Oscorp, you don't hear about Oscorp, so
it's there, but it's just not mentioned.
Right, and it's good that they keep the Alchemax stuff like kind of canon, because that's kind of like the big thing now.
Yeah.
But back on topic, Shameik Moore is known for Dope, The Pretenders, and a new movie that came out with Sylvester Stallone, Samaritan.
I really, really want to see this movie.
Oh, it was good. It was very good. I predicted the ending, and I'm very happy about it. Okay. So,
I feel like that would make me mad if I predicted it.
No, like I was watching it in my room. And I told my roommate probably like 20 minutes before. I was like, "Yo, what if this, and this happens?"
And then it did.
And then it did. And I go, "I fucking told you!" I literally screamed at the top of my lungs. I go, "I fucking told you!" And he just starts laughing.
That's great. No, I really, really want to see this movie. Sylvester Stallone's such a great actor, and he's
great.
He's one of the OGs, and I really want to see this film because
he's up there with Schwarzenegger, De Niro, Pesci.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's too many to list.
There is, and I was suspect when I first saw that this film was coming out, and then I was like, okay, I saw the trailer, and I'm like...
Which one, Samaritan or Spider-Verse?
Samaritan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was suspect, and then I'm like, okay, I totally need to see this movie. It's right up my alley, and so I'm hopefully going to see it this week.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's on Amazon Prime. Go watch it.
Exactly. It just looks fun and like action-packed.
Yeah.
It's just like something that I love.
It was great. It really was. It was a really good movie. But he oh my God, Shameik Moore is also going to be in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is coming out next year, 2024.
I think
May
23.
May 23. Yeah. Okay, and he is also going to be in the third installment of the Spider-Verse franchise, which is called Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
I'm really curious to see what they're doing with that one.
I'm curious as to see how they're going to get Gwen, Peter B. Parker, all of them back.
I think in this one, I don't know if they're going to be back together.
But if you saw, like, there was in the trailer, you saw, Gwen in the portal up above Miles' bedroom.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're all going to be back together. I think it's going to be focusing on the two of them.
You think? You don't think?
That's my prediction. I could be completely wrong.
But also, it's going to focus on the guy at the end. what is that? Spider-Man 64? 60
no, that is
that Superior Spider-Man?
No, it's 2099.
Yes.
That's what he is.
They're focusing on him and his name is Miguel.
Yeah. And I can't remember who he's played by. It's not Bad Bunny, is it? Or is he playing somebody else?
No. Bad Bunny's playing somebody else.
Okay. Never mind. Ignore that.
Who we got up next, John? Your favorite person?
Up next, this is one of my favorite actors, and it's because of one of the shows that he's in.
Come closer.
So, this is Jake Johnson, and he plays Peter B. Parker, and he's most famously known for his fantastic role in New Girl, 21 Jump Street, Drinking Buddies, and a few other really great films.
I don't know why I don't remember him in 21 Jump Street.
I looked it up last night. He plays the principal from the high school. So he doesn't really have a big part.
Oh my God! Of course he does.
He was talking to the two guys, Channing Tatum and
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, and he says, "Well, I can expel you guys." He was talking to Jonah Hill. He said, "I'll expel you for, I don't know, making kids feel uncomfortable because you look weird." And then he was talking like to Channing Tatum, saying he was gonna expel him for something totally different, like something that was like actually like menacing.
Right.
Like, I'll expel you for like beating up on kids or I don't know, some other stuff. It was actually really funny. And it's kind of just how Jake Johnson is as a person.
That's just his, it's his personality.
Exactly. It's his personality. Yeah. And that's kind of how he is casted. He's kind of, what is that called? He's typecasted now.
Oh, okay.
Ever since that role in New Girl and 21 Jump Street, that's just how he is now.
He's always portrayed as like the shabby white guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't really care about himself.
Yeah.
Which, that's his role. He plays it to a T.
Yeah.
I know, and he does.
New Girl, in Neighbors, remember that movie?
Yeah.
And also in, if you've seen the movie Tag, that's one of his other
That one I haven't seen.
Oh, so good. Jeremy Renner, Ed Helms,
Hannibal Buress.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Great movie.
He's always played as like the shabby, rundown. He's like kind of like doesn't care about himself, but he does.
My guy, you literally just named half of these movies that we got on the list here.
Oh, but I love just as much as you, Jake Johnson. He's hilarious. I find him so funny.
See, I the thing is, I sleep on him, but then when I see a movie that he's in, like it's just, it's like
from New Girl.
No, the funny thing is, I haven't even watched New Girl, but the clips I've seen on TikToks and the sound clips that I've seen on TikTok are so funny, and I know it's him. Every single time I hear it, I know it's him.
He has a recognizable voice.
Oh yeah. But it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a funny guy. He's a really funny guy.
He's hilarious.
Funny how.
Stop, John. It's over. The episode's done.
But yeah, no, Jake Johnson, he's one of my favorite actors. Mainly from New Girl. I watched that last year, the year before, and I really just fell in love with his acting and his character in that. So it's copy paste into this film, and it's perfect.
Into almost every film he's in.
Yeah, and he plays Peter B. Parker, excellent, and I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, it was great. Like John said, he was known for New Girl, 21 Jump Street, Drinking Buddies, Neighbors. Have you seen Let's Be Cops? Any of you?
Oh my God, that movie's hilarious.
It's so funny. They literally just like buy police outfits, buy a cop car.
Let's Be Cops. And that's the whole movie.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Into like that one scene where they go into like the domestic dispute and it's the midgets.
Oh my God.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
And then at the end, they literally become like they actually become cops, and then they start driving on the sidewalk like while a bunch of people are fucking, and they're shooting their guns in the air. It's so funny.
I need to see that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I've seen trailers and I've seen clips of it. I've just never seen the actual full movie, so I definitely got to see that.
It's funny. It's another kind of like slept on movie almost.
Okay, gotcha.
Jurassic World, and as we said, Tag. Tag is a really good movie. These guys have been playing tag for 30 years.
Like their whole lives.
Yeah.
It's like
wow.
It's a lifelong
they're
game.
like 30 years old, but like since they were kids, they've been playing it for 1 month.
One person's like it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, for 1 month they played this one game of tag, and they do it every single year. And it's actually based on a true story. These guys have actually played tag every year.
Really?
For that month.
That's pretty
and
neat.
at the end you see clips of the guys actually playing tag, and the whole story behind tag is that this one character has never been caught, Jeremy Renner. Okay. He always evades getting caught, and it's the way they do like his they kind of give him a spider sense if you really think about it.
Yeah,
they give Jeremy Renner a spider sense because like Ed Helms is trying to tag him at one point and he goes the shoes don't match up, and it's like slow-mo panning down to like the shoes and stuff like that, and then he goes, well, if I do this and this, and he does all of that in like a matter of like 5 seconds, and it's cool. Like it's funny. It's really good, and it's a good comedic movie too.
That's kind of cool. Like, have you seen the movie like Kick-Ass where they?
Yeah.
It like it's not really like it's like a sixth sense. Like you're
it's like the internal thoughts.
Slows
right
down. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
You have time to process it, and it's perfectly depicted.
Right. It's really really good. You want to go for this one? You want to read the next one?
Yeah. So, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, is played by Hailee Steinfeld.
Every 13-year-old's heartthrob right now. Pause.
She's known for Pitch Perfect 2, Ender's Game, The Edge of 17.
That was really popular.
Now, did she get her start in Pitch Perfect 2? Well, I know she's had her music career, but did she like really like after that major role in Pitch Perfect 2, is that when she kind of like blew up?
I don't know exactly what it was, but I know that was early on.
Because I know that's like one of the roles that she's kind of most known for.
Yeah. I asked my girlfriend, I'm like, oh, like, what do you know Hailee Steinfeld from in terms of acting? And this was the first one she said, was Pitch Perfect 2. So I was like, okay, that one is clearly very popular.
Right.
So, because she's a big fan of Pitch Perfect, so.
I mean, they're not bad movies. No, it's cool to see the acapella.
The third one is fucking terrible.
I haven't seen the third one. I saw the first two.
Yeah, the first two were really, really good.
The second one.
They're not bad. I just like the acapella aspect of it. It's very cool how people can actually do that with their voices. You know, that's pretty much.
I got an acapella voice.
Go ahead.
Definitely not. We're not doing that.
Belt it out right now.
I didn't drink my water today, so my voice is a little raspy.
Okay.
That's all right. But what else is she?
Yeah.
She was also in Hawkeye TV show, which was, and Bumblebee. That I didn't really like that movie.
I didn't watch Bumblebee. It was after right. I think I didn't see any movie after Shia. After Shia was gone.
What?
I
didn't see any Transformer movie after Shia was gone.
You didn't see any of the Mark Wahlberg ones?
No.
Oh,
could care less.
Mark Wahlberg is in some of them?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
In the later ones, like after Shia.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
I've had no interest in seeing any of them.
Neither have I, to be honest. Didn't they just release one like this past year? It was like a dinosaur one.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. And fucking Optimus Prime has like a glowing like fire red sword or something.
Oh yeah,
I don't know,
sick.
dude.
It was I don't know. I could care less about the Transformers
never
movies.
Seen them recently. I haven't seen like the last like 5 of them.
The first, what was it? 3? Shia did 3.
I think it was 2.
I don't even know.
Those two were probably the best.
Him and Megan Fox.
Yeah, those two were probably just the best.
Megan Fox.
Bro.
My heart.
Name says it all.
Better watch what you say, Gabe. Your girlfriend listens to the podcast.
Honestly, she'll agree with me.
Fair enough. That's true.
Hawkeye was great. I loved Hawkeye. It was really good.
I liked it, but at the same time, it was like...
I liked the whole story behind, he's not in New York to train this person. He's in New York for something else.
Yeah.
Something else came up.
It slowly, explained that. And I think that's kind of cool. But I wish they kind of dove more into some of his, relationships with certain people within New York. They kind of just said, okay, I'm here for this, and I really don't have any other people in New York. But he really does. There were so many other people. So
cool, you guys gave me a background, because I've never seen Hawkeye.
Yeah,
dude, and you call yourself a Marvel fan.
It's good.
I don't call myself a Marvel fan.
See, I liked Hawkeye, but it wasn't, fantastic. It was exactly what it was supposed to be, I guess. It was him training the Steinfeld, and it was...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it set out to be.
Yeah.
I did also see on IMDb she's going to be in Secret Wars.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
So.
Okay. But we have a long time till that comes out.
Yeah.
So
we have a few years for that.
So maybe she'll have a bigger role in more projects before that comes out.
Right.
I would assume so, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And obviously Hailee Steinfeld is known for her singing career.
As we mentioned.
Yeah. And she has some very good music out.
She's got some hit songs out there.
Yeah, definitely. So who is up next?
We got Mahershala Ali as Uncle Aaron, or the Prowler. I think the Prowler was insane in this movie. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was amazing, honestly.
Yeah, no, he played a really good role.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's his first time being in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So,
he knows the ropes.
He does. I mean, it might have been
doing.
over 20 years ago or so, but he hopped back in and he did some very great voice acting in this film.
So, since John brought it up, might as well start off with it. He's going to be in the new up-and-coming Blade movie, and we actually got a sneak peek of his voice at the end of Eternals. That was Blade.
Really?
Well, he's uncredited, but on his IMDb they kind of confirmed it.
Really?
He's talking to Jon Snow. Fuck's his name?
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna see
Okay.
Jon Snow in Blade, hopefully.
That's so
shit.
cool.
So yeah, but he is also known. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of Jon Snow, did you guys see the new Game of Thrones show?
I never watched Game of Thrones.
Never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones.
Wow, I'm the only one who's seen Game of Thrones.
Let's go.
I saw Game of Thrones, not for the nudity, obviously, but
Dude, the past 2 episodes we've recorded, you have brought up nudity.
I have.
Yes, you brought it up in Euphoria, and now you're bringing it up now.
Well,
Euphoria
is its own fucking weird.
If you
shit,
bring it
dude.
up in the other in another episode we record, I'm kicking you off for an episode. I'm gonna find a new host for one episode.
Man.
But Game of Thrones,
you're gonna get suspended.
Tee him up.
Damn. All right, I'll just
Bros.
pass the mic over. No, but Game of Thrones, I really enjoyed it. It's a really great series. You guys should probably check it out.
I mean, I tried watching the first episode. I got to the point where, you know, the brother and sister are fucking in the tower, and
fucking weird.
and then what's his name? Brant, right?
I don't know. The one kid pushes him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's up to where I saw, and then I was like, all right, I'm over it.
I feel like Game of Thrones is one of those shows that you have to watch because it's such a big thing in pop culture. So.
Not my
But
taste.
that's like saying Star Wars. You have to watch Star Wars.
Well, yeah, if you don't, I don't ever want to talk to you. So that's just that.
Hear that, guys? If you don't watch Star Wars, John will never be your friend.
Hate to see it. I mean, that's also like, I feel like the same thing like with that. Like, everyone's saying, oh, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. Like, I do not like any of the Harry Potter movies.
I mean, I could care less about them too.
I'm not a big Harry Potter guy. Star Wars to me is
peak cinema.
Peak. But Harry Potter can't get into it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Harry Potter I could care less about.
Those are like I wouldn't say my favorite 3, but like Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Marvel, like my favorite 3 like cinematic universe.
John, you're batting 1,000 here. You're 0 for 2 with me and Gabe.
No.
First it's Harry Potter, then it's whatever the fuck you said. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones? Okay. Well,
that's it.
Game of Thrones, you guys, I don't know, it might be too late for you to watch it, but it's so good. I know it's kind of shitty at the end. You guys ever see that, like, the horse meme? Where it's
no,
like
I saw
really,
that. I saw
really
that.
good in the beginning, and then just a
drawing
at the end. That's how Game of Thrones was. So
makes sense.
They just ended it abruptly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard a lot of people complaining about the ending.
The last 2 seasons were kind of shit, and then the last episode of the entire series was like fucking garbage.
Yeah, everybody said it was dog.
It was so bad.
Everybody said it was so dog.
It was
shit.
such a bad way to end the series.
There were so many mistakes too. There was like a Starbucks cup.
Yep.
There was like
a
bunch of stuff. Yeah.
But a lot of mistakes. Anyway, back to
Mahershala Ali. He is known for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, Hidden Figures, which there's a lot of big roles in that movie. Yeah. That won some Oscars, I'm pretty sure, or some awards.
I don't know.
Green Book, which he's the main star in.
Mm-hmm. I never saw that.
And TV shows like Luke Cage, CSI, Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Peak.
That's pretty much it. I mean, he's been in a bunch more, but we're just gonna stick to
those few things.
some of the fewer stuff.
Yeah. So up next is Brian Tyree Henry, and he plays Jefferson Davis, aka Miles' dad. And I like his role a lot. I like what he does as a character.
Yeah.
And he is known for Don't Let Go, Child's Play, Joker, Godzilla vs. Kong, Eternals, Bullet Train, which just came out. Have you guys seen that yet?
No, have you?
Oh,
I haven't. I want to see it. I was supposed to go see it the other day. And
Yeah,
then
you were gonna see it on Cinema Day.
Yeah, but we couldn't find it anywhere in theaters.
Right.
So it was really frustrating. So I'm just gonna I'll find it somewhere.
Yeah,
online.
I wanna see.
There's probably a stream of it somewhere. That you could
Yeah, but it's
just
probably
pick up
not
on.
good.
I know. I kind of don't want to watch the.
I want to watch it good
camcorder.
quality.
Yeah.
I also still gotta watch Nope. People have been harping me to watch
Well,
Nope.
we have to watch that at one point anyway.
Yeah.
So, I'll watch that the sooner we get to making that episode.
Yeah.
So yes, he's known for also Eternals. I didn't even notice he was.
He
in
was
Eternals.
literally like one of the
Was
main
he?
characters.
Was he really?
He was one of the Eternals.
Oh, damn, I just didn't even. See,
That's how shit that movie was.
Exactly. That's the cool part about this being an animated film. Like
You don't
great
realize
actors.
who these people are.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who are stars in other Marvel movies, like Mahershala Ali. He plays Blade, and in this one, he plays a villain.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that is really cool. But back to Jefferson Davis. He is apparently going to be in the new Godzilla vs. Kong.
Why? Why do they have to make a second one?
I don't know. I thought one was enough.
I thought so too. I was hoping one was going to be
I'm
enough.
going to be honest. I didn't dislike Godzilla vs. Kong. I thought
It was so
okay.
predictable. I literally called it.
Exactly. It was.
You already
literally
knew what
called
was
it.
gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
I literally go. I turned to my friend. It was literally right after I got my COVID booster, and I was like feeling like absolute dog shit. And my friends were like, "All right, let's go to the movies." I was like, "I feel like shit, but I feel like if I get out of the house, it'll be good."
Yeah.
So I went, and
this is what happens when you mix COVID boosters with your vaccines.
and I go into theaters. I turn to my friend. I go, "The ending's gonna be Mechagodzilla is gonna come, and then Godzilla and Kong are gonna work together." What happened? Mechagodzilla came out, and King Kong and Godzilla worked together to defeat Mechagodzilla. And I was like, "Fucking told you!"
It was pretty.
So predictable.
It was plain.
It's literally the only plot they have for these movies.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna.
frustrating.
All of them.
So Gabe, I'm gonna take this one. You can get the next one because I have. I wanna say something special about this one.
Go for it.
So we have Lily Tomlin as Aunt May. Aunt May was a fucking badass in this.
Yes, she was.
She really was.
She was pretty cool.
She's known for the Beverly Hillbillies, Getting Away with Murder, The Ant Bully, another voice acting role.
Yeah.
The Pink Panther 2, TV shows, The West Wing, The Magic School Bus, Sesame Street, and Grace and Frankie.
Grace and Frankie, I like.
So,
Which one's Grace
Guess-
and Frankie?
I have no idea. I have no idea what Grace and Frankie is. Guess who she was in The Magic School Bus?
She was
Miss Frizzle.
She
Yeah,
was
Miss
Miss fucking Frizzle.
That's really cool.
They rebooted it?
Yeah.
Shut up.
They
seen that.
rebooted The Magic School Bus.
I've heard.
Now
about that.
she's Professor Frizzle.
She's a
That's
professor
lucky
now.
fire.
No.
Why is she
Why?
a professor?
Why are you gonna remaster the Magic School Bus? The Magic School Bus is Magic School Bus. Don't touch the fucking Magic School Bus.
Good.
It was perfect how it was. They didn't need to change it.
I'm looking dead into the camera. The Magic School Bus should not have been touched. And I'm saying that right now. And I will stand by it forever. Magic School Bus was my childhood, probably your childhood and your childhood.
Got that right.
They shouldn't have touched it. They shouldn't have rebooted it. They should have left it how it was.
Can this just be a normal trip?
With the frizz? No way.
Cruising
down Main Street.
Good.
Fire theme song though
What
too.
was,
I know, right?
What was her role in the Pink Panther 2?
That I don't know.
I don't know.
I've seen the movie. It was a while.
I've
was
never
a long
never
time
seen the
ago.
Pink Panther.
Really?
Any of them.
Those are some pretty funny movies.
Those are pretty
Then
funny.
again, I was a lot younger, so it was funnier then.
Right.
I don't know. I enjoyed them.
Now some of the stuff you look back and it's like
The original,
"Mm."
like the cartoon series, had me on my ass. Bro.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, that is true.
I have a soft spot for those old timey cartoons like Tom and Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of
cartoons.
course.
Wacky races.
Yeah.
All the boomerang stuff.
Yeah,
like
no.
the Flintstones.
Yeah,
Flintstones.
those are classics.
The Jetsons.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great
course.
stuff. Classic stuff.
Tom and Jerry can't go
Tom
wrong.
and Jerry, you
No,
can't
that
compete.
might be one of my favorite.
Tom and Jerry
yeah.
talk now.
I know.
Like
I
they
noticed that.
they talk.
Did
they
you see
speak.
the Tom and Jerry movie that came out?
No.
Yeah.
It's like a half animated, half like.
Kind of like Chip and Dale.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. It's just like that.
Weird.
And it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
really.
do talk, and it's kind
Chip and Dale was good, but at the same time, it
never
was
saw it.
like, it was weird. Like you said, it's like
Well, I mean, first of all, they have fucking ugly Sonic, so why would anyone want to see
that's
that?
it's so funny. We'll get into Chip and Dale a little bit down the line. So Gabe, who do we got up next?
Up next, we got Luna Lauren Velez as Rio Morales.
Or Miles's mom.
And her main role, she's known for Dexter. She plays Maria La Guerta.
That's such a great show, Dexter. It's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Yeah.
And she does a fucking.
You learn anything from that?
Big Dexter guy over here.
How to get away with murder. Just lots of duct tape, lots of plastic wrap.
Yeah.
So.
And she's also known for Oz and The First Purge.
Now, Oz, is that the one with James Franco?
I honestly have no idea. I only know her from Dexter.
Because didn't they make a spin-off of The Wizard of Oz of like a prequel, I guess you could call it, not a spin-off.
Okay.
And it's like James Franco is the Wizard of Oz, but they just called it like Oz or something.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
It came out years ago.
Idea,
I have no idea. I don't really remember.
I don't know.
But up next we have Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, and she plays Mary Jane.
I wasn't done talking, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I got this one.
All right.
So you did last. So yeah, Zoe Kravitz, she plays Mary Jane, and she's known for the Batman. She has a really good role in that.
You want to crack your knuckles louder into the mic?
My bad.
It's all good. Zoe Kravitz, she's known for the Batman. She plays a fantastic role there. She's also known for Mad Max Fury Road, X-Men First Class, Divergent, and then she's also in the Fantastic Beasts series.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to put she's in the Divergent series. She's in all three of them.
My girlfriend liked those. So
yeah.
That's the only reason I know that.
She was decent in the Batman. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say she was great. She was decent. She
I
was
liked
kind of
her
like a
role.
whiny little,
I wish her role was a little expanded. I'm gonna be honest. I liked it.
Yeah, like we said,
We talked about it a lot.
if you guys want to check that out, Batman episode 5.
Three.
5.
Oh shit. No.
Holy shit, this is this
Right.
once again, second time you've done
Episode
this.
3 is Breakfast Club. I'm sorry.
Talking about nudity again, messing up the
Golly.
episodes. John,
Get a load of this guy.
got to keep
Sorry.
track.
I'll just leave. Sorry. You guys can finish the episode. Sorry.
All right, let's run through some of these real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So up next we have John Mulaney as Spider-Ham.
Sorry, keep going.
He's mainly known for his roles in Saturday Night Live. He was also in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, as we were just talking about. Big Mouth, he plays Andrew Glauberman. Glauberman.
That's a good show.
It is. It's a very, very good show.
Very fucking weird, but very funny.
Yeah.
But
Did you see the spin-off of it?
Human Resources?
Yeah,
Not
Oh
yet.
my
Resources?
god,
No, I
Not
haven't
yet.
seen
that's
that.
way funnier.
I saw he makes an appearance in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
haven't seen that.
I really don't like
I haven't
him.
even been caught
Really?
up with Big
I
Mouth.
don't. He's not funny and his voice pisses me off.
I think he's
I
hilarious.
fucking
I
love
just
him.
don't
I think he's
funny.
hilarious.
I love John Mulaney. His Netflix specials are fucking great.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably what he's most known for is his
Oh.
Yeah.
his Netflix comedy
Yeah,
specials.
and stand up and doing all that shit. He's just very funny.
Oh yeah,
And
he's
then
a very
he
funny
has
guy.
some issues as well, but
But
His
we'll
voice
let that go.
gets me
yeah, so
unreasonably angry. I don't know why.
interesting.
All right, I mean,
Not a big John Mulaney fan.
I think he's funny.
He
as
played the
fuck.
role really well because he has like a cartoony voice.
He does.
Right,
No,
yeah.
he really does. So
I guess that's what pisses me off about him.
that's fair. So
Too energetic. Ugh.
yeah. Well, that fits perfect with this role. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's great. So up next we have Kimiko Glenn, and she plays Peni Parker, and she's known for The Orange Is the New Black, Nerve, Carmen Sandiego.
San Diego. It's supposed to be Carmen Sandiego.
Oh.
Somebody got rid of the E.
Oh.
it was you.
Okay. Maybe it was. I don't know.
If you don't know about Carmen Sandiego, go ask your parents.
I don't.
Seriously, go ask your
So-
parents. Your parents probably know. My dad knows. My mom knows.
I
Go ask your
will
parents.
Ask. I don't
will.
know if they would know, but we'll see.
Yeah. So we also have another A-lister
Yeah.
on this cast. Who is
Huge
that?
A-lister. We got Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir.
This is a pretty cool one. I like this casting a lot.
Oh yeah, it was great. He's known for National Treasure. Everybody knows that.
Childhood.
What?
That's our childhood there.
Yeah, that's on Disney Plus. Go watch it. Go watch National
That's a good
Treasure.
one.
He's also known for Face Off. We talked about Face Off in episode 2 of the podcast, which is the Atom Project. So
Another great
we
movie.
run down the plot of Face Off in there. So if you want, go check it out. And my my childhood right here, The Sorcerer's Apprentice. And he was also in Willy's Wonderland. Have any of you seen that?
No.
It's a Five Nights at Freddy's thing.
Oh,
Guess what?
No,
but guess what? But guess what? Guess what? Nicolas Cage doesn't say a fucking word the entire movie. He doesn't speak one line.
What do you mean?
He doesn't say a word. What do you mean? What do I mean? He doesn't say one word the entire movie.
That's so dumb.
Not one word.
Why pay this guy that much money to...
He got probably paid fucking millions of dollars.
Why
he doesn't
would you-
speak one word.
Why would they do that? That's a waste of his talent.
So what it is, it's literally like animatronics come to life and they try to kill these teens. And, you know, Nicolas Cage is just murdering all of them.
I already don't want to know more about this film.
I thought it was going to be good.
Terrible.
I thought it was going to be scary, but it literally wasn't. And I was like, oh, Nicolas Cage is going to be cool. Man doesn't say a fucking word.
That's so stupid.
He doesn't say a single word. Not even till the end of the movie. Like, he doesn't say anything the entire movie. Yeah. All you hear is him just like grunting and beating the shit out of these animatronics.
That's so dumb. I'm sorry. Anyway, up next we have Kathryn Hahn. She plays the new Doc Ock.
Yes.
And she is most known for Afternoon Delight, Transparent, Free Agents, Bad Moms, and then she made her MCU debut in WandaVision, and now she's getting her own show, which has a new title, which is Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Yes.
And she's also in a new movie that's coming out.
Oh, is she now?
Year.
Tell me about it.
And
give it to me, John.
Pause. Damn.
I'm excited for this movie, man.
I can tell.
Settle down.
It's all right. Here we go. Kathryn Hahn, she's in the new Knives Out 2, The Glass Onion.
I was going to say, you call it by its name.
And I don't even know what her role is in that, to be honest. I assume she's one of the ensemble.
None of us none of us know anything about it. Now, when did they say they're going to release Glass Onion again?
I think it's sometime in 23. I just don't know when.
I hope so. I really do. Because it's going to be a great movie, just like, you know, the first one was. It's going to be a hit. And it's coming straight to Netflix, right?
Yeah, December 23rd, it says.
Oh, really? Nice. Good Christmas present.
I know, that's really sweet.
Literally.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. So
Gabe, tell us who's up next.
Yeah. Up next, Liev Schreiber. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Go for it. We're not great at pronunciation here, so we're gonna.
He plays Kingpin, and he's most notably known for the Scream series, the Manchurian Candidate, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Was some of his best work.
Yeah, I really liked him in X-Men Origins Wolverine. I love that movie.
Playing that?
Sabretooth, literally Logan's brother.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. See, when it's animated, it's hard for me to tell like who these people are. So.
I loved X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think it was
a really
amazing.
Good film.
I thought it was great.
Sabretooth. That's really
besides the Deadpool shit that they
was
fucked up.
Anyway.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited to see Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool 3.
I know, coming soon.
Oh, that's gonna be lovely.
Soon, but not soon.
Yeah. So last up, go ahead, John. What do we got?
We have Chris Pine, and he plays Peter Parker. Is he the original
He's blonde.
Peter Parker?
He's the blonde Peter Parker.
Okay, so I didn't know that until I was looking.
I didn't either.
And you had Chris Pine on the list. I'm like, who the hell did he play?
Yeah.
And so I went and looked at it, and it said Peter Parker. I was like, oh, that's really neat.
Yeah.
And so he's known for his roles in Star Trek, the whole like trilogy. I'm not a Star Trek person.
Me neither.
I never saw them. I don't think I ever will.
Finally, we see eye to eye.
So
yeah,
we're good now. We're good.
We're good.
One for three.
It's about time.
It's all right. It's about damn time.
Stop.
He is also in Wonder Woman 1 and 2. Second one sucks. We all know that. He's also in Into the Woods, the like musical live action Disney thing. I thought that was really good. He did a good job
he's in a lot more stuff, but you know, if you guys want to know more, you guys, you know, you have Google.
Yeah, exactly.
You have Safari.
You
have Microsoft, whatever search engine they have.
Microsoft Edge.
Edge, yeah.
Ew.
So we're gonna jump into the director and their experience. So there were 3 directors on this film.
Yeah.
One is Peter Ramsey, and he's directed Monsters vs. Aliens, Mutant Pumpkins from Outer Space, which is like the holiday special for Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah.
Do you remember the video game that they made out of Monsters vs. Aliens?
No, I do remember the movie though. I remember the movie a lot. I remember the dude, you know, whatever, the president or whatever, walks up the fucking huge flights of stairs, and he starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the giant fucking robot just smashes the keyboard, and he just runs screaming with his hands flailing in the air.
Nah, the one part where they're like trying to subdue, I forgot the giant lady's name, but
I don't
she gets shot with a giant trank, and she pulls it out. It's like
she just tosses it,
rips it at a dude's foot. It's just it kind of reminded me of that one scene from Ace Ventura. He's like,
That's great.
oh man.
So he's also directed Rise of the Guardians from 2012. I never saw that.
No, I didn't.
You guys did?
It's literally about like Jack Frost, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, all that stuff.
Okay. And then
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it was a while ago though.
Yeah, well, yeah, 2012, dude. That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, we're old.
Time ago.
Yeah.
We're old now, man.
We're old men.
So I think his most important one here is coming soon. In
Well,
2023.
he is directing this as we speak, probably.
Peak.
The new Ahsoka series that's going to come to Disney Plus in 2023. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
That's going to be a solid series.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried because in in Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka was kind of a bitch. She really was. She was a bitch to Mando. She was like, no, you can't see him, but I'm still going to give it to him. It's like, the fuck? Why? I was literally like, what's the point?
And it did nothing
what's the
anyway,
point?
so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just think her white lightsabers are really cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's really neat.
She banishes her like Jedi and just goes. She had the white lightsabers in Rebels, right?
Yeah, like the thing is like you.
Yeah.
She changed lightsaber colors all.
So the thing what the like whole backstory behind lightsaber color is like kind of. So she went Sith, but then she uncracked her kyber crystal, and that's why it's white. Yeah. Stuff like that. You know, it's a whole backstory.
Because she started with green, and then in the last season of Clone Wars, she had blue.
Yeah. And
then went to white because she got banished by the Jedi Temple.
Right.
And then you said that she had.
So like, there's a thing saying that like red, if you turn Sith, you have a cracked. It's like a. I saw it somewhere. Like I saw a video of it. It's like if you turn Sith, you have a cracked kyber crystal, or something like that, and it turns red. And then if you reforge that kyber crystal, it loses all of its color and it's white.
Oh.
Something like that.
I thought it was like a purification, like realize like
kind of
Sith is
almost
bad.
Kind of though. If you really think about it, because if you if you put a cracked kyber crystal back together, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you know, I'm no longer bad, and you know, you got a white saber now.
The errors of my ways.
Right.
Sure.
Up next, we have the second director, Bob Percetti. Percetti.
Italian, you can't say that.
Dude, I don't know what that even says.
Persichetti?
Yeah, Persichetti.
Now that's an Italian.
Oh,
that's fucking Italian.
And he hasn't really directed anything besides this movie. He was the storyboard artist for Shrek 2, the best Shrek of all time, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and Flushed Away.
That was a good film.
Flushed
I'm not
Away
gonna lie.
was
Flushed Away was peak cinema.
I just actually watched that last year. I've never fully watched
Why?
it. No, so the thing is, I don't know why. My roommate was just like, you know what, I want to.
I know.
Like he was like, I want to watch Flushed Away. I was like, dude, I
That's
never
so
watched.
random,
But the thing is,
though.
I never watched Flushed Away as a kid. As a kid, I was always Over the Hedge, Shrek, Shark Tales, High School Musical, even like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not a big High School Musical guy.
I was always a big High School Musical fan.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought the movies were corny.
Yeah. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
And,
Whatever. We don't
I'm
care
just a
about your
hater.
opinion.
I'm just a hater.
Yeah. So who was our third director here?
We had Rodney Rothman.
Interesting.
Big
And
Rothman.
he doesn't-
Big Rothman.
There isn't really any like major credits for him, but he's directing a 21 Jump Street spin-off.
I don't know what it's
So.
gonna be though. Like, what are they going to do?
I have a feeling that I don't know anything about it, but just off the top of my head, I feel like it's going to be the same exact thing. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, different actors, but doing the exact same thing.
Probably.
Because what else?
That's exactly what they did with Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Exactly.
And, you know, he made his appearance in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's jump into our favorite part of this episode.
Yeah, so instead of cinematography, we're going heavy on the special effects this episode.
Because that's all this is. And to start off, we obviously know this kind of animation was something that we've never really seen. It's kind of like a comic book that leaped off the pages and was...
animated itself.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the entire movie had a comic book kind of filter on it.
Yeah, it did.
Not the people's faces, but just the background.
Yeah. There were like dots and like it was
green,
but it was also like really, really like crystal clear.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was bad quality. It was purposely done in order to have that comic book feel.
Right. And sometimes they even do they put like a blur or a shadow over people's heads to kind of give it that comic booky feel, which is really
cool.
Very, very well done. Mm-hmm. The characters looked amazing. They were like realistic, but also animated.
Yeah.
So it
very
was
vibrant.
Yeah.
Like there was no dull colors at all. It was very eye-popping.
Right. And like if you saw somebody that kind of looked like this character, you would have been like, "Oh, they based it off of him and he looks like he's got all the features or whatever." And it was very, very well done and well put together, I got to say.
No
I mean,
doubt.
The animators on this movie killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Yeah. One thing I didn't write it down, but one thing I really liked, at some points throughout the film, a character would speak, and they would kind of have like little lines that came out the side of their faces, so you would like notice that. Like,
oh really?
At one point, the Prowler or what's his name, Uncle Aaron, he was speaking to Miles. They were walking, I think, down like a sidewalk or something before like he got bitten and everything. So it was in the beginning of the film. And he was speaking to Miles, and all of a sudden you just see like two lines come out the side of his face, and it was him just like, it was them indicating that he was speaking. Just something really subtle, but I thought it was kind of neat.
Yeah, that's
just
interesting.
An extra way to show that he was speaking, because maybe they do stuff like that in the comics to show that the characters.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, but I feel like that
it was
that
really,
would be,
really subtle. I don't know how many times they did it, but I thought
that
it was
would be
cool.
necessary to really get like the comic book aspect onto the movie.
Yeah.
To make it look like all the art style is comic book, and they want to keep it like that, so they're gonna do trends that replicate it being in a comic book.
Yeah.
Right.
So that good thing you picked that up, because I really did not notice that.
Yeah, I didn't either. The transitions for this movie were insane.
My God.
They were so good. Are you kidding?
I loved them. They made so
Chef's
many...
kiss.
Literally.
Honestly. They made so many of these transitions look like a comic book page.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the film, again, I just because it's fresh in my mind.
Because it's the only part you watched.
Pretty much. I saw it like 3 months ago, so it's still like in my mind.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But at one point they're showing, I almost said Peter, when Miles first gets his powers and he gets back into his dorm.
Yeah.
He sees the comic book fall on his face, and then it shows like the next scene, and it's kind of like comic book.
Right.
Like little like sections of a comic book page, and it's just really cool. It's just slowly transitioning to the next scene.
Yeah.
It was really smooth and really well done.
And I love how... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So like when he's sticking to the comic book, and he's like, "Why is this happening?" And then
it shows
like
that's what I was about to say. I was about to say they did that so well.
Yeah, that was really clean, really well thought out. And he rips off the page like, "Why is this happening to me?" And Miles thinks that, and that's what Peter Parker in the comic book. That's what he does. Like, why is this happening to me?
Right.
What's going on? He's so confused about just getting his powers. The same thing happened to Peter.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is like, it's kind of like you're watching a comic book almost, instead of reading it.
Yeah.
You know, because funny thing is, even in the first fight scene we see with, you know, Peter Parker and Goblin, at the Collider, you see Goblin throwing the pumpkin bombs, and you see them say boom.
Yeah.
So it's really like cool. You're literally watching a comic book happen.
Yeah. And they do that throughout the entire film, which is a really, really cool aspect, because obviously it's a comic book brought to life. whilst like obviously it's being animated.
Right.
But like, imagine it didn't have that effect. Do you think it would still be like as cool?
I think it would still.
If it was just like a regularly animated movie.
Yeah. Do you think that it would be like better without it?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
I think
it would have lost some of its touch.
Like some of its like uniqueness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really cool how they did that, but at the same time, like if it didn't have it, I would be okay with it.
I think
but
if
I wouldn't I wouldn't think to add that in. You know what
See,
I mean?
I think if they took that away, it would, like you said, it would take away from the uniqueness, but also it would kind of confuse you. Because if you took away that comic book aspect of it, then all of them throwing their comic books in the middle and telling their stories wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Also, why are these words popping up in comic book style? Wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I think since they gave the whole movie a comic book feel, it all makes sense.
Yeah, and even in the beginning, I know we're not doing cinematography, but this isn't really cinematography. But
Okay, then why'd you bring it up?
I thought it was, but now I know it's not. In the beginning, when Jefferson Davis, or Miles' dad, is driving him to school, he says, "Oh, in Spider-Man, he flies in zip zap zop." That's something that comes out of the comics, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool! I love how he did that. It's like something really subtle that like not a lot of people would notice."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's just really cool." And then eventually we end up seeing, I believe we end up seeing zip zap zop at one point.
We might.
I'm pretty sure
possible.
we did. I would assume that we did. If we didn't, I would be really surprised.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, that was nowhere near cinematography.
Yeah, I know, but it was. Yeah.
I think like the one thing that they did really well is how they depicted what spider sense is. Like you could see like the little squiggly lines.
Oh my god,
coming out.
It was amazing.
And
the main part that really like blew my mind was when Miles was like looking around like in the collider, and then it says "Look out."
Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
that.
That was so cool.
Oh, that was great. I love that.
They do that a lot through this film. I noticed, like something will be going on, and there'll be like words behind them, and like.
But that was like
that.
the really big, noticeable one. Like, look out.
Jesus.
And then he just ducks out of the way.
Yeah.
Something crashes through, and then he sees Peter Parker.
But also, like, kind of in that same scene where Peter takes him onto that rafter and like is looking at him for a second. I loved how they're two different colors, and then Peter's realizing he's a Spider-Man, and then Miles's colors turn red and blue.
I know.
Like first it starts off as like green and like pink,
green and pink,
and then as Peter realizes you're like me, it turns red and blue, and I think the color scheme for this movie was fantastic. Every single
for real, bro.
Oh yeah. every single color scheme that they used in this movie was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no, it was really great. Going back to the spider sense again, one thing I really liked is when they would like have their spider sense go off, their eyes would move up and down like that. And I just thought that was something like not like that was huge, but I thought it was really cool.
And I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but every single time it was something different, like coming at them or being thrown at them, or they're sensing something different. The spider sense was a different color.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes it was the same. Sometimes it was the same, but sometimes if they were sensing something different, it was a different color. Like if they were sensing another Spider-Man, same color. But if they were sensing, say they all so the one scene where they all sensed,
what the dog doing?
Yeah, give me one. Johnny's handing out candy here.
What the dog?
Piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. So, like when they're at Aunt May's house, they sense, all the villains coming in.
Cool.
And, the spider sense, it's all the same on the Spider-Man, but it's a different color from them sensing another Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which I think is very key detail. And you even see it with Miles and the Peter Parker from his universe.
Yeah, that's true.
You see the spider sense being a different color.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, we're going to jump into some music right now. I first off want to start by saying music with the Prowler, fucking terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Every time you hear that,
menacing.
it is terrifying.
Yeah.
And I think that does a really good job because it shows how scary this guy is.
Dude's a fucking menace.
Yeah, he really is.
I agree.
To the point where like his theme, like the
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I do that right? I think that sounded
Yeah,
good.
I think so. I think it was pretty good.
I'm pretty sure like it's used in TikTok sounds. Like,
Yeah,
it might be, yeah.
It is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
No, you're right.
just the weight of his sound, I guess you would call it, sound effect.
Yeah.
It shows like how like he's a menacing character.
Yeah.
He's a demon.
Now,
No,
I have a question for you guys. When he has Miles in a chokehold, did you think he was going to kill him when he put down his mask? When he saw that it was Miles, and then Kingpin was like, "What are you waiting for? Kill him already." And then Prowler pulls down Miles's mask to show that it's like, not Miles anymore.
Yeah.
Did you think Prowler was going to kill him?
I didn't know what he was gonna do, but I didn't think he was gonna kill him.
I thought he was going to pull down the mask and be like, "This isn't my nephew," and just like snap his neck.
That'd have been fucked up.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna fake it. Like
I was
he would
hoping.
do like the claw, but like put it into like, it's
Right.
His arm.
and then fake it, and then he falls off the roof, and then
Yeah.
who is this Spider-Man? How is he still alive?
Right. That was actually pretty good, Gabe.
That was pretty solid.
I'm an impressionist.
So what is some of the music we got, Gabe? Rattle off a few.
Top tier tracks on the album.
Seriously, the soundtrack for this
Oh,
movie is
my God.
incredible.
We got Sunflower,
Classic.
Yeah.
classic, timeless classic by Post Malone and Sway Lee. And
Yeah.
you got What's Up Danger.
This song is fucking fire.
Oh, my
yeah.
God, it's so good.
Funny story. Not that you guys know anything about this, but I went to a judo tournament
Okay.
in Florida. And in this specific tournament, I made it to the final.
Okay.
And
There's a
They-
walkout song.
yes,
Subtle-
and
subtle-
I
Oh
used
my
What's
God.
Up Danger.
That's so cool.
Did you win?
No.
Ah,
So
you
I-
trash.
It was warning you.
I was like, what song do I do? Because like a bunch of my teammates, like one of my teammates chose the Pokemon song. I
Oh
wanna
my God.
be the very
Oh
and
my
I
God.
laughed at him.
That's
I was
funny.
like, you're an idiot. But that's class. So I was pondering like, because there was like a big gap in between like when the other matches and then when the
Yeah.
finals start. So I was like, what song do I do? And
It's
this was
important. It's so important. decision.
this was in 2018.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was like, what's up, Danger? That would be such a fire song.
Yeah.
So
Then you get fleeced.
I didn't get fleeced. I got it. We don't talk
Damn.
about that. I was very disappointed. So he's like in the blue gi, Gabriel Bernal, 200 miles per hour with a blindfold on. I was like, oh yeah, I'm winning this. I chose the best song without a doubt, because you got like the basic people doing like Kanye West Stronger. I must have heard that like 5 times. Like,
Right.
be original.
Yeah. Honestly,
I was,
though.
and the person like I guess like the MC of like the person that was playing the songs.
Right.
I told her, I was like, I want my song to be "What's Up, Danger" immediately from the Spider-Man movie. Oh hell yeah, let's do it! I was like, I like the way you think.
That's awesome.
That's great.
So next up is actually a song by Jaden Smith, "Way Up." This one's actually really good. I mean, I can say this about every single song in this entire soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
So we all know it's very good. I have this whole soundtrack in my fucking like songs on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, how
I think
can
if you
not?
didn't, there's something
Kinda
wrong.
weird.
There's
Yeah.
something wrong. Yeah.
So yeah, "Way Up" is a really good song.
We got Hide by Juice WRLD, another great one. I love that
Yeah.
song
I
so
love that
much.
song.
Yeah.
And
then-
Gabe, take it away with the last one.
I cannot believe that you forgot this one. It
Sorry.
breaks my heart.
My
but
bad.
You forgot to put "Scared of the Dark."
I was
by
trying to
Lil
do
Wayne.
minimal. Like I was trying to
But that's
make
one of
it
the
as
most influential.
I
songs.
know, and I realize that now. Actually did think I put it on there.
It
but-
is. It's right in the bottom.
I
No,
put that.
Gabe
Oh,
put it.
you did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Lil Wayne, Ty Dolla $ign featuring XXX Tentacion.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Long live Ja.
Yeah.
So I didn't know this, but apparently there's also a version of the song that has Ozuna in it. And Ozuna, he's being Puerto Rican. Miles, he's half Puerto Rican. It's like
Yeah.
a good like representation.
Right.
That's really cool.
It's like a different.
No, they
I-
didn't put it into the movie, did they?
No,
or-
no, no, no. It
Okay.
was just like an extra song.
Oh,
Right.
that's really neat.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's very interesting what they do.
That's pretty cool.
Because I knew the song was by Lil Wayne and X, but I was
Yeah.
like, who's the other guy? I forgot. And it was
Right.
T.Y. Dolla $ign. I was like, and then I was scrolling through Apple Music, and it was like, there's an Osuna verse. And I listened to it. I was like, okay, this isn't bad. This is peak.
That's really cool. No, but I feel like this entire soundtrack is what makes this movie as good as it is. I feel like if it didn't have this kind of music in it, it would not be as good. Because, like, there's movies that have scores, and it's kind of just, like, instrumentals and stuff.
Well, especially the one scene where, Miles is taking his leap of faith,
Yeah.
and all you hear is, "Can't stop me now!" It's
song
just,
is
And he hits
oh my
that-
God.
That
Yeah.
sick
Oh
ass
my God,
gainer
yeah.
off the building.
Mhm.
It's like, what's up, Dane?
Dude. Oh
Even
my
in
God.
the beginning of the film, when we first hear Sunflower for
Oh,
the first
yeah.
time, he's just jamming out with his
Yeah.
product placement, Sony headphones on.
Of course, it's a Sony movie.
Yeah, so naturally that's in the entire fucking movie.
Surprised you didn't
Make a
pop.
segment.
Yeah.
Now, there really wasn't that much because...
Really? There
I'll get to
was.
this a little later in Easter eggs.
Bro lowered his chair.
I'll get to this later in Easter eggs. I'm going low.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
There we go. My chair just went down.
John just started shrinking on us.
Yo, who did that?
Oh, it's. Did you do it the first time?
No.
Oh my God, that
He
would
did it
have
himself 'cause
that would have been
he
so
put his
funny if you did it
heels
the
on
first.
the-
Yeah,
chair
my
and-
foot hit it. So anyway, in the beginning of the film, when we hear Sunflower, it's like, okay, this song is really impactful, and you could tell that this movie is gonna have a lot more scenes just like this.
Oh,
where
yeah.
where the music kind of takes over, and it's just like it's just a vibe.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is, and it's really well done. And and like we say in every episode, the music isn't supposed to tell the story; it's supposed to emphasize it.
Yeah,
And I think
does
that
beautifully.
the music in this movie does it amazing.
Oh my god, I could just like play the movie or just play the soundtrack by itself.
And you can
And you can
pick
re-
And I can
pick
just
out the
picture it.
scenes, right?
And that's important, and I feel like it's really
It's huge.
good that they did this for this film.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I feel like, I feel like music kind of helps make you remember things. It's like music goes along with movies, and like for me, when I hear certain songs, I'm like, oh, that's in this movie. Like with Thor, with his theme song.
Right.
That's not a very hard song to remember. That
I know,
like
but
I feel like apparently they charge a lot of money to put that song in.
Which
I'm
one?
sure they
Immigrant
did.
Song, and Thor Ragnarok.
No,
For the Guns N' Roses.
yeah, and Love and Thunder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They charge whatever arm and a leg and $50 million just to have that song
I'm
in the
sure.
Oh,
movie.
But
I
people
bet,
remember
yeah.
it from that now, and
Yeah.
that's why like Sunflower is
I still
linked to
remember
this
it from
song.
Step Brothers.
Yeah. No, but I feel like oh god,
Good vibrato, buddy.
did you touch my drum set?
I need to touch your drums.
Well, the left one has a chip in it.
Anyway, I want to keep moving. I want to talk about some voice acting because this is typically our acting segment,
Right.
but
There is no acting.
There's acting, but it's more just voice acting.
Right.
We don't physically see these characters. So I know you have a couple things here that.
Yeah, so, I mean, the way Shameik Moore plays, whatever, I don't really know how old he is. Is he 15 or is he 16?
Shameik.
I think he's 14.
No, not Shameik Moore. Miles Morales.
Oh, he's,
Because he's
15.
in middle school,
He is,
right?
he's
at
15.
first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I thought it said.
Visions Academy. Is that a
I
high
think
school?
he's in high school.
I think he's a freshman. 'Cause
Something.
15 is freshman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He was a freshman, so I said 15
But
years
then
old.
he also said he wanted to go back to Brooklyn Middle.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why.
So
I
I'm
thought.
confused. So however old he is, he plays, a teenager. But even Peter Parker or Peter B. Parker says, "Oh, I hate teenagers." So Miles has to be a teenager.
Yeah.
At least 13 and up.
Nah, I think he's 15.
Yeah. So
There's no way he's like 19.
It says he's around 13 to 15.
I literally what I
both
just
right.
said.
Yeah,
We're both right.
Exactly. All of us are. I said 14.
Yeah.
Said in between that.
So the way Shameik Moore plays, 13, 14, 15-year-old
However
kid, whatever,
old he is.
is incredible, and he does it so well. I mean,
really, he does.
it's amazing. He gets the emotions. He kind of gets the teen mentality, the young teen mentality of everything.
How old is he in real life?
Shameik Moore?
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably maybe like either mid-20s or 30, I would say.
Wow.
He's probably in his 20s.
That means he has really good vocal range.
Yeah.
He's 27.
Told you.
Oh,
20s.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not mid. He's old.
To play a 15-year-old.
He's in his 20s.
Yeah. But, I mean, if it's just your voice and you have, like, a high-pitched voice like Tom Holland, who was 18 playing a 12-year-old, I mean...
Right.
It's all about the voice.
Spit it out.
It's just like, I don't know. He
That
has
takes
a really...
training.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it really does. And he does a fantastic
He
job.
does.
So I
He does an
agree.
incredible job of this. He shows the emotions of a 13, 15-year-old boy, going through these different changes, and it's really good and really interesting to see somebody actually be able to do it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. For me, I want to talk about Jake Johnson again, and I just love what he did with his version of Peter.
Oh yeah.
Like I said before, this was kind of a typecast because of how he was in New Girl and in a bunch of other films.
Neighbors.
But
Personal favorite.
What?
he just
Neighbors.
yes, but he just plays this role so good, and he is beautiful. He's perfect for this role to play
Yeah,
that like
said
laid
beautiful.
back. Yeah, he's great for this laid back, like lazy character who doesn't want to do anything, and that's exactly who he plays in New Girl.
Right.
And I just love it, and he's such a great actor. I don't know, I just love his work. In this.
Yeah. So we're gonna run down a few Easter eggs real quick. Nothing too extreme, and like we said in the previous episode, if you would like for us to do like a whole segment on this, maybe we'll put some bonus content out for you.
Yeah.
But we'll need some
Director's
time
cut.
and Schneider cut,
Give us the one
I
shot
didn't
cut.
even bother.
the one shot cut. So the first one I want to talk about is in Uncle Aaron's apartment. The first time we go there, Uncle Aaron's watching the show Community, and
Yeah.
it's literally, like we always say, a blink and you miss moment.
Yep.
And it is a scene in Community where Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, wakes up and he's wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt.
Mhm.
That's his,
Yeah. That was his whole thing. He
Yeah.
always wanted to be Spider-Man. And remember when he started that whole thing on Twitter? Gambino
No.
saying he wanted to play Spider-Man and he was
Really?
the Black Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I
That was
don't
so
remember
cool.
that.
Yeah, it was his whole
went on
big
like
thing
a-
on Twitter, and it was before even Andrew Garfield was casted as Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, he wanted
Oh,
to be
wow.
Spider-Man. So,
Yeah, see, I had a whole thing against Spider-Man. We're not gonna get into it this episode
Okay.
because we're already running a bit long, so we're not gonna get into it
Yeah.
this episode. But yeah, so we see Childish Gambino wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt, and this is kind of like a nod to him in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where he could either be, a black Spider-Man, Miles Morales, but people have confirmed from Marvel that he is actually Uncle Aaron.
which is really cool.
Yeah,
So,
because, as he says in Homecoming, I have a nephew that lives in this city. I don't need those weapons around.
yeah.
So,
So I feel like this is before the Prowler days when he plays
yeah,
him.
well,
He still seems very nice.
because
so
he was, I think they were going to make him the Prowler, but then they were like,
I feel like he's not menacing enough to be the Prowler. I would be honest with you.
no.
Yeah. You hear.
He's
you
too
hear his
funny, man.
voice.
He's also
You can't
too,
help
like,
but laugh.
chill.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he'd be a great Prowler, but it's just because he's fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
I like him.
I feel like his voice, his range wouldn't be able to go low enough to where it would sound menacing.
That's true.
Like the guy who plays it, freaking, what did his name?
What? Who
The
plays
guy-
who?
Prowler.
Oh,
Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. His voice can go
Spot on.
super low to the point where he sounds like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
The job is
honestly.
done. Like, that's
Yeah.
menacing.
Yeah.
That's scary. You can't have that with Gambino
Yeah, no.
or Donald Glover is his acting name.
Yeah.
But, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe,
I'm
give
sure
us-
we'll see
oh.
him. We're 100% going to see him in another.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean,
That'd be pretty
maybe
cool.
not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Gabe, give us your rundown of...
Oh,
Easter
the one that I
eggs.
caught.
Yeah.
I caught two.
Yeah,
that
go
were
ahead.
Really prominent. So in Miles's room in the dorm, he has an album cover of Chance the Rapper of his album Coloring Book, but in our universe, the number 3 is on his hat. On Miles's room, the album cover, it's the number 4.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was like, I noticed that it was him. I don't really listen to Chance the Rapper, but I recognized that album cover.
Yeah.
But
So I was like, oh, that's Chance. Isn't that the number 3 on his? Wait, that's 4.
Yeah.
But that's also
Wait a
like
minute.
that's also to show, different universe.
That's to
Exactly.
give a nod, like, oh, that we're in a different universe.
Right.
Like this, the change, like the subtle changes. It's not a huge change, but maybe in Miles' universe, he actually has good music. No, I'm kidding. Another one that I picked up on is the fact that it's not NYPD, New York Police Department.
Yeah.
It's PDNY.
Police Department of New York.
Yeah.
It's like a subtle change, but like that's something like
It's kind of weird.
PDNY. It's like,
It's like, what did you just say?
You-
What did you just say?
did you really need to change that?
Yeah. It was
What did he say?
What did he say?
It said it was funny.
Excuse me.
I have a couple here that are kind of cool. First off, okay,
Just turn it
sorry.
off.
Miles is clearly a lot shorter than Peter Parker, and then when Miles ends up taking one of Peter's old costumes to use it as his own, it fits him perfectly,
Right.
which is like at first you think it's a mistake, but it was clearly done intentionally. It was meant to illustrate the conversation that Miles had with Stan, the comic shop owner, and when
Good
he
old
says
Stanley.
it always fits eventually.
Yeah.
So Miles has clearly grown more confident and more comfortable with his powers and stuff. So clearly he's ready to take on the role of Spider-Man.
Right.
So the costume eventually fits.
So the last one I want to mention is the Spider-Man Popsicle. Of
I
course.
think it's fucking funny.
It was hilarious. And I think that's so funny because they brought real life into, this animated comic movie.
Yeah.
So I just think that's so funny and how...
I just wonder, like, who on the production team had to go out and buy a Spider-Man popsicle
Yeah.
and make sure it was just bad enough
Yeah.
to put it in the movie.
Well, I mean, we've all had one of them as a child.
Yeah.
We've
I
all
used to
had a
get the SpongeBob ones. and
SpongeBob
Those
ones.
things
SpongeBob.
were busted.
Okay.
know.
Wait. Since we're on the topic of these popsicles, so there's a Mandela effect out there. So there's Spider-Man, there's SpongeBob, there's Dora, and there's Boots. There was no Boots popsicle.
Really?
I don't.
There was
recall
no-
I don't even remember a Dora one, I'm going to be honest with you.
I remember a
I-
Dora one.
Was there ever a Boots one?
No. That's like the huge thing.
I-
Like people remember a Boots one, but there was
I
never a
don't.
Boots popsicle.
I don't. I genuinely don't remember a Boots
Really?
popsicle.
I do. That was like a huge Mandela effect.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember a Boots popsicle, but literally you can look it up anywhere and you will not find a single. You'll like see like a drawing of it,
Yeah.
but you'll never find one on Google.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
So I want to jump into a really fun part of the show. Our
Johnny's
movie,
product
I wanna-
placements.
No, not in this episode. I want to talk. I want to talk about the movie ratings on
Yes.
some of these websites. So first we have IMDb. They have it at an 8.4
Low.
out of 10.
Low.
I like that. I feel like
You think
a
it's low?
little-
I think
low.
it's pretty good.
I think
right
it could be a little bit higher. I like the next one. Metacritic is at an 87% or 87 out of 100.
Low.
I think that's pretty good.
What are you giving this 100%, buddy?
No, not 100, but
And
8.4. is
finally,
kinda low.
we have Rotten Tomatoes at a 97%.
That's solid.
All right.
That's
So
accurate.
we've heard Gabe's boisterous opinions
Mm-hmm.
of these. I think they're pretty good. I think Rotten Tomatoes is a bit too high. Not saying that this movie was bad, but I think it's a great movie. I think it's it's not S tier movie. I think it's A tier movie.
SS plus. No, I'm kidding.
I do think it's an A tier movie. I don't think it's an S tier movie though.
Okay. So for me, I think that it should be rated around like a 9 flat, like a 9 to 9.2.
That's
So-
exactly.
See, I would put it in the 85% range, probably.
For me, this
maybe
is
a little bit higher. Maybe I'd go with the
harsh.
Metacritic one, the 87%,
Okay.
because it was very close to a 90 for me.
Mhm.
But there are a few things out there that are, you know, a little eh.
Okay. So I don't know. I just think it was really good and it deserved a high rating because this is one of the best animated films of all time.
Yeah.
And it's clearly shown. I mean, even the audience rating is super, super high on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
Yeah.
I think it was a 93%.
I'm not saying
And
this
I'm
is a
right
bad
around
movie
there
at
as well.
all.
No, it's a
But I
fantastic-
just think I would bring down the Rotten Tomatoes rating just a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like IMDb, that could be like a 9.
I
And
could
then
say
Metacritic could
IMDb
be
can
like
go
a
up to
90.
like an 88.8 or something, like very close to a 9. Like it's
8.8
almost
to
there.
9, like in that range.
Yeah. So for me, it's like almost there, but it's not there yet. We'll get into that at the end of the episode. So
Yeah.
let's
keep
start
it-
hoofing
yeah.
along.
So we have our budgeting, our opening weekend's amount of money, and then our overall earnings.
Yes.
So our budget for this film was $90 million.
Yep.
Kind of a lot of money for this movie.
Well, because it's all
But
animated,
it's all animated,
you know,
so
you gotta.
it clearly needed it, and it was beautiful what we've got. So I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
Opening weekend only made $35 million. I was
Yeah. So it
kinda
didn't even break even opening weekend.
But I think that the opening weekend, people saw it like, shit, this is a fucking phenomenal movie. Let's go see it again.
Yeah.
And so overall...
And then they told their friends, you know,
Yeah,
this is a great
exactly.
movie.
So then overall, to date, it's made $375 million, $540,000, and $831.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
I feel like there's like probably a few reasons why opening weekend didn't really produce the numbers that it maybe was expected to.
Because I think everybody was like, oh, it's another Spider-Man movie. Or like, oh, it's an animated Spider-Man movie. It's
that's
not,
how I
Probably.
was.
you know.
Everyone was probably on the fence about the fact that it was animated.
Right.
That's
And
how
then-
I was. I know that.
People saw it and realized this is peak, and then they start tweeting about it. They start
Yeah.
posting
Right.
about it, and then
Exactly.
those people that were once saying, it's an animated film, I don't really know. They see these people saying that it's peak, and they're like, all right, let me go see it. And then they realize,
fair.
and it's just a cycle, and then now
Mhm.
375 million.
Right.
A lot
right.
of money, man.
That's a bag.
Yeah. And you can see that in the awards that it won, or award that it has won.
Mhm.
You know, it's won a few awards, but we're just gonna
Well,
name
a lot of awards.
we're gonna name one big one right
Yeah.
here. You know, it won Best Animated Feature Film, and it won at the Oscars.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's
That's-
huge.
That's the best you can get.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the
That's
Oscars.
like the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually won 82 awards out of its 139 nominations,
which is a lot.
it's a great ratio.
that really is.
For a lot of the movies that
So-
we've done, you know, the ratio for that is under 50%.
Yeah.
This is over 50%. Ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm not a
82
big
divided
math
by
guy, but I'm pretty
139.
sure that's like 65.
Yeah, I
give or
mean,
take.
you could have just said over 50%, but that's fine.
Well, we want to be specific.
Do we?
65.837. No, I don't know that. I'm not a calculator.
So, now it's time to jump into our favorite scenes. Gabe, since you are the special guest for this episode, we're going to let you go first.
I am honored to say that my favorite scene in the whole movie, it's got to be the leap of faith.
Amazing scene.
Amazing.
Amazing music behind it.
Him
Yeah.
just like antsy, like he's
Like
motivated,
skittish almost.
but he's like, all right, hyping himself up. It's a leap of faith.
Hmm.
Jumps off, hits the cleanest gainer I've ever seen in my life.
God.
And
It's
then
great.
the music behind it, it just really like captures the moment of him realizing he's a Spider-Man.
Right.
And it's just like,
The one and only.
well, for a
Yeah.
couple of days
Yeah.
he was the two and only, and then it's
Yeah.
just peak. And then
I know.
my favorite song in the whole movie, What's Up Danger,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's just that, and I would say like the final fight scene of where he realized like he's
That's
giving
badass.
Doc Ock the hands.
He's
And then
giving
he starts
Kingpin
giving
the work.
Kingpin the hands.
Yeah.
Like he started off as like this shy, like I don't know how to do anything.
Right.
I can't use my powers when I want to. Turns into he's putting in work.
Yeah.
He's giving hands. he's saving the day like a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that character development is really prominent in the scene of the leap of faith. And
Yeah, it really is.
Peak.
Did you have a favorite quote from this movie? Go ahead.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Let's go. Love the Mets. Get a home run. Love the Mets. Nah, but that's just like what made. Like I after rewatching the movie,
Yeah.
I said the same thing. He was like, "It's not always about the money, Spider-Man." Pause it. Like, I can't watch the movie when I'm laughing about thinking about love the Mets. Let's go, love the Mets. But
That's good.
Yeah.
probably like that was like the funniest part. But to me, when Peter B. Parker, he's like falling back into the collider.
Mhm.
Not bad, kid.
Yeah.
I like that
That's a
a lot.
good
That
one
was good.
too.
That
So-
kinda, like, puts you at
Because he did
ease.
the same thing that Peter B. He
Yeah.
leg sweep
Right.
caught him. Gotcha.
And then
Yeah.
he says the same thing. It's just a leap of faith.
It's just a
Yeah.
leap of
Boom.
faith. Not bad, kid.
It
Yeah.
chills.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
awesome.
Put a smile on my face.
So, with that being said, just a leap of faith. I'm gonna jump right into my favorite quote. That's literally what I say. It's from Peter B. Parker, and I say, "That's all it is, Miles, a leap of faith." And the reason that is so impactful, and my favorite scene is just like Gabe's. It's the leap of faith scene. I think it's the most iconic and classic scene from that movie
Yeah.
that everybody, you say Into the Spider-Verse, first thing you think of is Miles
up,
Morales
Nancy?
doing the gainer off the building
Breaking
with the glass shattering.
Oh,
Always stealing what I'm about to say.
Because that's so fucking cool. Of course I'm gonna say it.
we finish each other's sandwiches? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So yeah, and the reason why my kind of quote and scene go hand in hand is because you hear the voice of Peter B. Parker in the background, telling Miles, it's just a leap of faith.
Which is really
and
nice.
then as soon as like he lets go of that the building, the glass shattering behind him, you just hear, "What's up, danger?" And it's like it is
Can't stop me now.
it
Oh
is
my God.
amazing. It is
Come on.
beautiful, and
It's
I
so
can't get enough
awesome.
of that scene. I really can't.
That's also my favorite scene. I don't
Oh
have
my
much more
God.
to say about it. I mean, it's like you said, it's the most iconic
Right.
scene in
It
this
really
entire
is.
film. Other than that, I feel like one of my favorite scenes is when he first figures out that he has powers,
Yeah.
and he's like on the side of the school building. And
Oh
he's, like,
yeah, with
and
the
then-
with like the pigeons
yeah,
and
the pigeons, and then he gets to the comic book like we talked about before, and he's reading it, and it's happening to him at the same time. I thought
Yeah.
that was really, really neat. And my favorite quote is by my favorite actor in this film. If you didn't know who it was, Jake Johnson.
Chris Pine, right?
Oh yeah. So I just really love the
Penny Parker?
like the dynamic between Jake Johnson and Miles, and I just love how like their banter and how they like kind of don't like each other and they kind of
Yeah.
do, and at the end they kind of like they get like I don't know a really like friendship, and so I like this quote that Jake Johnson says. We're a little team, me as a teacher who can still do it, you as a student who can do it, just not as good.
Oh yeah.
That's when
That's
they're-
great. That's
they're
when they,
running from Malcolm X.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
escaped from Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I thought that was just really cool, and
It is, and it
just
fits
so
Ja-
well.
Fits Jake Johnson's
Oh, I know.
And then
It fits his
character
MO.
and personality
and
very
then,
well.
like when he teaches Miles how to swing, and you
Yeah.
see thwip,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you see
Oh,
actually,
Yeah, I like
Whip.
that.
I'm like-
Yeah.
and then they're
Yeah.
doing it like simultaneously, and then
See
he
Gwen.
glitches, and then jeez.
I thought that's awesome.
Dude, I always thought the glitches was so funny
Fucking
when
hilarious.
when
At
he's
the
about to
perfect time.
when he goes like this about to swing and then he just drops.
He eats shit, man.
He literally drops so hard onto the fire escape.
Boom.
Yeah,
Hits the fire escape, bam.
and then he does it like 3 more times too.
Kind of like he just like sees it. It's like
That's
like
great.
that's the first time you really see it on a person.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then Miles like, you good?
Yeah.
So clearly, like there was something wrong, and they
Oh my
needed
god.
each other.
It was so funny
So-
though, seeing him glitch.
Yeah,
Like, you can see like in his face, it's like he's like,
Yeah.
I know.
In one of the scenes you can.
So this is the final part of the show
Yes.
where we break down the film, give it a rating on 3 different scales.
This time it's different. It's going to be voice acting, plot, and then our overall rating.
So, Gabe?
Gabe, take it away.
So for voice acting, I think I'll give it a 9. Solid 9. Just because me being Hispanic, he didn't really capture the accent. I mean, obviously that's super hard. Like, that takes years.
Right.
But he sounds like he's not really capturing his half Puerto Rican side.
Yeah.
And then that's my only, like, down take of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
the rest of it was solid, really good.
I think that more so could just be along the lines of if he had kind of a Puerto Rican accent, it would be hard for people to understand. Not even understand him, but like it would be a little bit more difficult to kind of
focus.
Hear. Yeah, not even focus, but like hear what the character's saying. Stuff like that, but it's not like,
it's not too big of a deal,
right?
Yeah,
but it's just like
okay. I do it all the time.
The scene where he's like walking through the town, like on his way to school.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, what's up, man? What's up, man?" And then he starts speaking Spanish to one kid.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound right to me. He's
bland.
like claro. I'm like, I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah. So what are your
plot?
other ratings?
Oh, the plot. It took me by storm. Like the first time I remember watching it, I'm like, I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I was like, wow, what's going to happen? Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you think back to like the main Spider-Man universe. It's like Doc Ock is the one doing the sciencey stuff. And then out of nowhere, it's like Kingpin, Collider. With like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then, so I would give that like a 9.2, 9.3. Felt really, it's a good plot, strong, got the point across, and
they're down. Yeah.
it was really well done. It was really well executed.
Okay.
Right.
And then your overall score.
Overall, we're going to give this movie a 9.4762.
I hate you.
Wow.
So he gives it a 9.
Yeah. So 9.
9.2.
Okay.
9.
Okay, 9. Fine.
I let you get away with the 9.2, 9.3 with the plot. I'm not letting you get away with it for the overall rating.
For the sake of Vin being annoying, 9.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. For me, I'm going 9s across the board.
Yeah?
I almost wanted to go 10 overall, but like, I think this needs to be 10s are only for like the elite of the elite. I was really close to giving it a 10 overall, but like, it's different than a regular feature film. It's animated, so like, not that there's something wrong with animated films, but I just feel like I can't physically give it a 10.
Yeah.
I really, really want to, but
because you miss out on that cinematic aspect, the cinematography aspect of it, and sometimes the cinematography helps us feel certain ways.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's hard to give it 10s across the board when you're missing kind of a key aspect of film.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I mean, we got a lot of it with the visual effects and the comic book things and stuff like that, but I'm really close to giving it a 10, but I just can't. So I'm going to go 9s across the board, acting, plot, and overall.
So I am going to go voice acting as an 8. To be honest, I didn't really like Peni Parker that much. I really didn't. She was kind of too anime styled.
But that was her character though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like everybody else was like kind of still comic booky. Like even Peter Porker was still comic booky.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
he was cartoony. He was cartoony, but he was also still kind of comic booky.
I didn't really.
I think Peni Parker was just a little too anime.
I have no.
I mean, that's kind of just my opinion. And then
she's also, she's like 2057.
Yeah.
She's from the future. She's from Japan.
Yeah.
So
it would do
it a disservice to not.
But
make it
even her animation style was very anime based.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
kind of just
understand
like a nod to her being Japanese.
Yeah, I just didn't really like her kind of style. I guess her voice acting style.
Yeah,
I wasn't I wasn't a huge fan of it.
All right. That's fair.
Plot 9, without a doubt. It was an amazing plot. Overall, I guess I'll have to give it a 9. It is a very, very great movie, and it's a great movie because you can go back and watch this at any point, and you'll love it the same as just as how you watched it the first time.
I know. I think I've seen this maybe 5-6 times since it came out.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I just watched it last night for the second time.
Yeah.
Really? Only two times? I've probably seen this probably like 4 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
It's
very
really
good.
good.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a solid movie.
And another note for me, the reason I gave it such a high score and I wanted to give it a 10 was mainly because of the music. I feel like the music really, really carries this movie as
100%.
far as it can possibly go. Because, like I said before, some songs and scores and soundtracks, they are linked to movies for such a long time. And that's what exactly is happening with this film.
Yeah.
So, like, Sunflower is always going to be linked with this movie.
Yeah, seriously.
Among
Without a
other
doubt.
ones, so.
Without a doubt. Well, that wraps up this episode of the One Shot Movie Podcast. If you like the video, click like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and also hit that bell notification to get notified when we upload videos. Sorry, go ahead.
And as you know, in the last episode, we let you know about our new merch that we dropped. Don't forget to check that out. We have brand new stuff on. We're both wearing it right now. We're also going to get Gabe a shirt for coming on the show.
Customized shirt. If you want your last name, first name, whatever you want, just, text us.
Yeah.
But like we said, funds are a bit low right now. So you guys, I'm pointing to the camera if you guys can see. If you can, we have donations set up on Anchor. It really, really helps. And I don't mean we don't care about the amount, but like anything helps. Because we want to keep this show going hopefully for years and years and years.
That's the plan.
And I want to be back here for when the next Spider-Verse movie comes back.
Yeah,
of course.
Maybe we'll have to have you back for that.
Part 2.
Yeah,
have
3.
Back. Maybe.
So any little bit.
I don't know. Long time.
What'd you say?
When's Beyond coming out?
Probably like 24, 25.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say like 25.
Not
I
for a
want to
while.
be back for that though.
Yeah, maybe we'll have our own studio.
Maybe by then we will.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
It'd be nice.
I'd be there for that.
But yeah, any little amount helps. So there's that. Also use promo code season2 for 10% off merch. I was going to make a promo code for this episode, but
just leave it at season 2.
Season 2, you get 10% off merch. So hopefully next episode you will get a specialty promo code for staying this long into the episode. We'll throw that up on screen on the visuals, and I will spell it out for you if you're listening over Anchor. But that wraps up this episode.
Yeah.
Gabe, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a great time.
Yeah, it really was.
To be here.
And that's it.
That's really it.
We will see you guys on another Movie Monday. And that's a wrap.
Tuned into the One Shot Podcast hosted by Vincent and Jonny.
This show contains movie spoilers, R-rated content, and Hollywood's hottest takes on movies old and new.